You know that feeling, right? When you're so deep into something, a project, maybe a sport, even a great conversation, that the whole world just seems to melt away. That's what people mean when they say they're in the zone. Well, guess what? There's actually a name for that incredible state of focus, and if we can understand it, we can unlock a whole new level of performance in pretty much everything we do. So let's dive in and break down the architecture of this creative immersion.
Right, so it all kicks off with this feeling, this universal experience that I think we've all had at some point. That moment of total, effortless immersion where everything just clicks.
I want you to just think for a second. Try to remember a time when you were so completely absorbed in what you were doing that everything else, all the noise, the phone notifications, the distractions, it all just vanished.
And then you look up at the clock and you realize hours, literally hours, have just flown by when it felt like maybe a few minutes. Your whole world just shrinks down and there's nothing else. No distractions, no worries. There is only the task right in front of you.
So this powerful experience, it's not just some random, vague sensation. Oh no, it actually has a name, and really getting a handle on it is the key to unlocking our true potential.
Psychologists call it the flow state. It's that perfect sweet spot of energized, totally effortless focus.
So what does that mean really? Well, it's a state where you become completely and totally immersed in an activity. And the key word here is energized focus. This isn't just you concentrating hard. This is you operating at your absolute peak, but it feels completely natural. It feels easy.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The most profound part of the flow state is what happens to our sense of self. It's right here, at this disappearing boundary, that things get fascinating.
Think about the shift like this. In our normal, everyday state, we're super self-aware, right? We have that little voice in our head, that inner critic that's constantly judging. Am I doing this right? What will people think? But in the flow state, that voice goes completely silent. Your self-consciousness just dissolves. And you don't think, you just do.
And this is the absolute crucial point. You are no longer a person who is doing a task. You kind of become the task. You know, a painter becomes the painting. A programmer becomes the code. That boundary between you, the creator, and the thing you're creating, it just disappears.
Okay, so what's the big deal? What's the payoff for getting into this state of immersion? Well, it goes way beyond just feeling good. This is the very essence of peak performance.
See, when you're in flow, you're tapping into your absolute best self. Your performance just skyrockets. Your creativity gets unlocked, and you come up with ideas you didn't even know you had. And the craziest part? The most difficult work feels totally effortless. And when you come out of it, you're left with this deep, lasting sense of satisfaction.
It really all boils down to this single idea. This one moment, the moment the creator and the act of creation become one. That's the goal. That seamless fusion of the artist and the art, the coder and the code. That's where the real magic happens.
So we've kind of deconstructed this amazing state of mind. We know what it is, we know why it's so powerful. So the final question really has to be about you and about finding your own flow.
So I'll leave you with this. Just think about it for a second. What activity makes the world just disappear for you? Is it writing, coding? Maybe it's gardening, or running, or playing an instrument? Just recognizing where you find your flow, that's the very first step to being able to cultivate it more often in your life. So what's your answer?